trumpets fall, show me the stars. A million lights into the stardom. I hear the trumpets call my name, my name. I don't wanna wait, wanna wait, wanna wait. I can feel my face, feel my face, feel my face. Can we get started in this moment? Make them notice that we came up this far. Color the stardom, fly with the stars now. New York to Asia, international. Throw the champagne all in the sky. Welcome to Stardom. Diamonds all in my eyes. It cures my problems. Flashing lights in the night. Christian Dior, VIP in all the stores. VIP when I'm on tour. Hey, Manila, Jakarta, Pizza, got that. Show me what your mama gave ya. She on every player. Lisa, Sophie, Dima, Kapila. We don't need translation cause your body speak my language. I'll draw a take you around the world, a post up on your stories. Say cheese, ni hao, I'm Chinese. San, can we get started in this moment? Make them notice we came up this far. Color the stardom, fly with the stars now. New York to Asia, international. Throw the champagne all in the sky. Welcome to Stardom. Diamonds all in my eyes. It cures my problems. Flashing lights in the night. Christian Dior, VIP in all the stores. VIP when I'm on tour. Throw the champagne into the sky. We came to party. Throw the champagne into the sky. We came to party. Throw the champagne into the sky. We came to party. Throw the champagne into the sky. We came to party. Can we get started in this moment? Make them notice that we came up this far. Call it the stardom. Fly with the stars now. New York to Asia, international. Throw the champagne up in the sky. Welcome to Stardom. Diamonds all in my eyes. It cures my problems. Flashing lights in the night. Christian Dior, VIP in all the stores. VIP when I'm on tour.
From New York to Asia, internationally known, it's the NSB, the North Star Boys with Stardom. Yes, come on down, guys.
Welcome to see you today.
Hey, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that performance. That was Stardom. And obviously you can hear through the lyrics that they have brought their music now to us here in Southeast Asia, in particular,
Yes.
all the way in Jakarta. So glad to have you all here with us in Jakarta, here in our studio today. Thanks
Thank
again
you.
for
Thank
being
you so
here.
much.
Thank you.
All right, first of all, I wanted to get started by asking you about the song itself, Stardom. You've pretty much explained it in the lyrics, but this is basically your response to just showing that, hey, NSB is here for the rest of the world. Tell us a little bit about the song itself. What was the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, so we just came to our third year together as a group.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you so much. And the song, I know we all may have different meanings to it, but for me, it means, how far we came with our fans, the stars. And to share this excitement, we decided that we wanted to travel all the way from America to these countries that we've never been before, because I think there's no better way to celebrate this milestone than with international stars who may have never seen us before.
Absolutely.
So it's like a declaration to global fame for you guys. Any other additional meaning for this song?
For sure, we all came from very different backgrounds,
Okay.
and we really had to work our way up. And this is our first time ever doing this, so it took a lot of hard work and dedication. So this song is almost like a celebration for what we've been able to overcome in the past 3 years and what we finally can achieve now.
Seems like it. And, you mentioned there a lot of these countries, including Indonesia. Your first time here then, for all of you?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about the tour in a minute, but I want to talk about you guys as a collective. I mean, there's 8 of you. Back in my day.
Back in my days,
like
too.
3, 4, 5 member groups. Now there's just a larger collective. What is it like? You mentioned earlier that, Seb, that you guys come from different backgrounds as well. How challenging is it for you guys to come together? Because you guys are in sync. You obviously move in sync. You sing well together. What is it like working in such a large collective for all of you together?
That's a great question. So let me just start by saying that we're from many different ethnic backgrounds, right?
Okay.
So like, for example, Oliver and Sebastian are Chinese Colombian.
Okay.
And then we got Justin and Ryan, Vietnamese Chinese.
Okay.
We got Kane and I, Thai. And we got Darren, full Chinese. And we got Reggie as full Filipino.
Do we need member from Indonesia?
Amazing. Yeah. Female member.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. So what's that like? Because you're actually mixing a lot of different backgrounds, heritage, culture as well, but you guys have to kind of blend that all together into one sound.
And what I know, like they are individually have been a successful content creator.
All right, right.
Yes, and then now they team up together as a North Star Boys. You know, you can do it alone, you know.
You're right, you
individually
can't do it
meeting all
alone,
your
but
fans, but you come up together.
there's no better way, and I think we all have so much fun as a group together.
Yes.
And I can speak personally. I've learned so much from the boys and about Asian culture. They watch a lot of anime, so sometimes I'll be watching it with them, and about the foods as well. I did not really grow up learning all those things about Asian culture growing up. So being able to be with them has really opened that world to me. And speaking upon us as a group, I would not want to do this alone. I'm very blessed to be able to have my best friends and travel the world now together. It's
Nice.
something very special to me.
Who's the senior of the group?
The leader, I think it's Ollie.
Is it you, Oliver?
I'm the leader, yes.
Okay, so basically, any final decisions will have to go through him, right? Let's talk a little bit about this tour that you guys are on. Let's talk about where it started. How long is it going for? What are the countries you're visiting?
So the tour kind of started about 2.5 weeks ago. We started in Manila, Philippines, and this is our second stop. We're in Jakarta, Indonesia now,
Nice.
and then on Wednesday we're flying to Mumbai, India. It's going to be our first time going there as well.
Okay.
And then after that we're going to Hong Kong. And then after that we're
Singapore.
going to Singapore finally
Wow.
as
Yeah.
our final destination.
I was wondering why they put Singapore in the last.
Because then you're actually
Stop.
going back and forth a little bit.
Yeah.
Southeast Asia to Asia.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure.
Okay, so I want to ask like details about them, like the lyrics from Stardom. Hello, I'm Chinese. Like, Ersan, who came up with that idea? Ni hao.
So actually, we were just messing around when we were recording Stardom, and we're just like, okay, I'm Chinese. Let's just, come up with that lyrics. Ni hao, I'm Chinese, and then it somehow just fits in.
Yeah?
And
Yes, they have
just made it into a
Spanish
song.
words in their song as well.
Comes from the Colombian
Tagalog.
background, I guess, right?
Yes, and then even South Korean words.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
okay, so let's speak about that a little bit. We know that K-pop has basically gone global in the past few years as well. You guys emulate a lot of their similar, in your performance, in your overall performance. You mentioned a lot of interesting things when it comes to K-pop culture.
Yes.
There are a lot of different things that they do that they kind of follow, rules, if you will,
Yes,
right?
they're so strict. Like they live in a dorm or in a boarding house, and they cannot date, and then pretty much they cannot really show their
personal life on social media
personal
too
life
much,
on
right?
social media. Unlike you guys who are very authentic and embrace what you have and show it to your fans. Like, do you get a lot like being mistaken as a K-pop group, and how do you react to that?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So although sometimes we do get mistaken as K-pop, we are actually Asian-American. And
Right.
the first Asian-American boy band. We may have some similarities, and there's a lot of things in K-pop that we truly respect and honestly inspire us and motivate us to become better, because they're really good at dancing, singing, and those really strict rules really do help them become kind of like that idol that they strive to become, which we really respect. Although, since we do come from Asian American background and obviously in America, we decided that we just kind of want to do things our own way and have fun with the journey. We live this one life, so why not just enjoy the journey as we go as well? Of course, we have a lot of rules as well to not break, but I'm not sure if it's as strict as
Yeah.
K-pop.
Oh, you guys don't quarantine together then?
Well, we have before.
Yeah? Oh, wow, okay.
Okay.
That helps them be more disciplined and become more as one unit, I suppose, as well. Hey, you mentioned content. I want you to ask about the content that they created.
Yeah, they just uploaded their mukbang video of
Did you guys
Indonesian
see that?
food. They order street food. I think
Okay.
it's from Ojek online app.
Okay,
Yeah,
they
because
ordered it
we can
online.
see the wrapping still.
local food.
So local food, and they enjoy iga and bebek as well. So, what do you think about Indonesian food?
Well, I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for like you're watching our content, ingesting it all. That's so amazing. So thank you so much for that. But we did try so many authentic foods, and the mukbang, as you can see, it was all amazing. It was gone in like, I don't know if you watched it, but like 10 minutes. It was completely gone. We thought we ordered enough, and we needed more food because it was just so good.
Okay, so going off of that, Indonesians, we love our social media content. We love mukbang. Obviously, you do as well. So how much have you connected with your Indonesian fans here? I mean, obviously this is your first time visiting the country. How much do you know about your Indonesian fans? And obviously being around them for the very first time, what was that like? What was that experience like?
So, what was it? Just 2 days ago, we invited some of our Indonesian fans to meet us at the Senayan City Mall.
Nice.
And I think we have some footage of what we thought, how many stars would show up, and some of us may have said 20 or 50, but I'm telling you, there were so many Indonesian stars there. It blew my mind. And they're all so pretty, but that was definitely a moment for me that I think I'll remember for a long, long time. Is we just walked into the mall expecting just a few stars that we can hang out with, and they were everywhere. The whole
Yes.
mall seemed like it was filled.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I noticed like some of your Indonesian fans stars are actually big TikTok star in Indonesia. Like they have like millions of followings. So I saw also the sushi challenge video, and then the fans got blushing because of that. So I think that your fan service are just so excellent. So what do you guys learn from the fans, and how does it help you to create more songs or music?
Great question. We learned everything from the fans.
Yeah.
We believe that we would not be anything without them, so why not dedicate everything to them? They were so lovely here. When we met them, absolute sweethearts. They're very nice. Their English was very good, so there wasn't much of a language barrier. And the ones that are supporting us, especially on social media every single day, we're able to learn a lot from them. They will tell us what they like or what they don't like, and we can learn from them when we write a new song or an album. Okay, I think they're really gonna like this one and maybe not this one. So that's kind of like how we do things. We want to do everything for the fans.
Yeah, so I noticed like their songs like Kissing Booth, also Bug, the inspiration came from your fans, right? I hope like to see upcoming songs maybe inspired from Indonesian stars.
Oh, you definitely will. 100%.
All right. Collaborations perhaps in the future as well?
Yes.
We met Agnes Mo. We
okay.
actually collaborated with her back in Los Angeles when she was visiting, and she's such a sweetheart as well.
Yes.
She's very kind and warm and welcoming, and
Down to earth.
we made some videos with her, and we also did YAR festivals. The biggest Asian representative festival in Texas, and she performed as well. So I think we can definitely expect some collaborations with Indonesian influencers and musicians in the near future.
Okay, no, I want to talk. I'm glad you brought up that festival because you guys really represent Asian American culture to the fullest. Asians are all around the world these days, especially in North America, especially in the youth. Now, obviously through Stardom, we can hear how much you want to represent the Asian American heritage and culture through your music. Do you want to continue to do this throughout your music? Is this the message that you want to send and in the future as well?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking that question, because it really means pretty much everything to us. When we first, came together as a collective to start this group, that was our number one mission, is to be able to provide better representation for Asian Americans. It's because growing up, most of us didn't really have that representation growing up. We saw a lot of people who may not look exactly like us, and we wanted to be kind of this representation for those younger and those youth today that we didn't have growing up. So we want to do that through our music, through our content, through just one-on-one interactions with everyone and going on these great interviews. So I'm hoping that we're going to be successful.
You are so right. I grew up in North America in the 90s, and it would be, I could not think of a single Asian North American star that we could have idolized. We had to idolize, Western stars. And you're right, we were in the minority back then, but that minority has grown so much over
Yes.
the past couple of decades that We're so glad to have you guys representing Asian Americans and
Thank you so much.
all throughout the world.
So thank you so much for doing that. You just, I think, finished your America tour in June, and now we have Asia tour. What's next?
Another tour.
Is that right?
Where?
Another tour. I may not be allowed to announce the cities yet, but you can find on our socials a link asking the stars actually which city we should go to. But we're planning this, in the early of next year, 2025.
And in regards to studio work, I mean, what's next for you guys back in the studio?
Oh, music.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm able to say this, but 3 albums in 2025 is our goal.
Wow,
Oh,
so I noticed like from their Spotify,
Yeah.
like Oliver is very productive songwriter. Like I think he wrote almost all of the songs. Sometimes it is with collaboration with other member, but it is, I think, Oliver who wrote most of the songs. Why it has become so effortless to you? Is it that effortless?
Well, honestly, I cannot take all the credits.
Yes.
I owe a lot of it to these guys, and they're so talented in many, many ways that I think complements me very, very well. But, I think through time, we just found a very big passion for music. Not just when it comes to the singing and the performance that our stars are so familiar with seeing, but also in the behind the scenes. We like to just be in the room by ourselves. We would get a nice studio and then we would just write it together, we would produce it together, engineer it. And I think that's where the magic and why our music is so set differently than maybe other groups and other people's work is because we all come from different backgrounds, and when we melt all of our experiences together, I think something special comes out of it.
Yeah, melting, good word. It's a melting pot, basically. You guys
Melting
are a
pot
of
indeed.
all these things. And a lot of times when you get larger collectives, it's somebody else doing all the production work, and they just have to be directed as to how to sing and how to perform. But in this case, you guys all contribute in your own ways as well. Is there the process itself? Are there any? If comes a time where it's like, hey, I think we should do things this way. I think we should do things another way. When that stuff happens, how do you guys work it out?
Oh, that's such a good question. Honestly, and maybe if you guys think different, please let me know. But we don't really bump heads too often.
Okay.
And I'm so grateful for that. Whenever there is a difference, a lot of the times what I've seen is that we would just trust the other person in there. Okay. Because, in my opinion, who knows what is the best way to do this? We're all learning this together. So it could be my way, it could be someone else's way. Why argue about it when we can just figure it out together? And it really is, what's that word? Compromising.
Yes.
Compromising. It may be my way this time, it may be someone else's way the next time, and I think that's a good thing about us.
Hey, compromise. That's what makes every relationship work.
Yes, that's right. So I think the group then was established during the pandemic era. How that affect? I mean, I know that the Moise brothers, the Moise boys, you released songs under this duo, right? And then now you have evolved into North Star Boys. Can you please share us the journey?
Another great question. These are some of my favorite questions here. So Oliver and I, we had a duo group called the Moy Boys, as you mentioned. We had a couple singles. The pandemic hits and a lot of our plans got canceled. As a matter of fact, we were planning on coming here to Indonesia in 2020. And then we had everything booked out already, and then the pandemic hit.
Sure.
And the fans that saw us the other day know that as well. Over time, we kind of just had an idea, or it actually came from a dream. We wanted to create the first ever Asian American group.
Yes.
There's J-pop, K-pop, C-pop, Asian American pop. And so
You come up with the term.
we call it AA pop. But yeah, so during the pandemic, I reached out to a bunch of people and I found these amazing guys. We got along very fast. It was like butter. It was like magic. We hung out one time, and then we're like, okay, let's hang out again, and then again and again. And then we finally brought to them that idea, hey, do you guys want to start a group? And they were all down for it. So ever since then, we kind of just dropped everything in our past lives. I mean, some of the boys were in college. Some of them had jobs. And we kind of just okay, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it all the way. And we're going to really commit to it. And ever since then, we all moved to Los Angeles. And then, we just kind of started it.
Just to rewind back a little bit, how did that all happen? How did you guys all find each other? Was it a recruiting process? What was that like? I mean, not all of you knew each other prior to this, right? How did that
It
all-
was kind of. I messaged Justin. Do you remember what I said?
Okay,
Justin, tell us the story.
word for word. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
He just said Asian content house ? And then I was friends with Ryan, Darren, and Reggie before.
Okay.
And I kind of just brought them along with me. And then we found Kane.
Where'd you find him?
And then we found
Kane,
Tyler.
Where did they discover you?
We found him.
And we found Tyler and Kane, brothers. And
Okay.
then, we just all became best friends.
Oh, Ty and Kane are also brothers. Why you were called manager, Ty? Were you the manager before becoming member?
Yes, so initially when we first started, I actually knew Oliver, and Oliver was in contact with me, and I have, a business background, so he came to ask me, hey, I have this idea, could you help me out? And so initially I took, a lot of pride in just helping the group grow to what it is today.
Okay.
And then I found passion in music as well, in content making, so I wanted to pursue that passion with my family now.
They're like, hey, our manager has a great voice.
Yeah. Actually, they're all so talented. They all can rap, and their voices
Yeah.
are so distinctive.
No, it's what an amazing story. So everything happened very organically, right? I mean, most of the
Yes,
time
definitely.
it's somebody else doing all this recruiting, but in fact, you guys all kind of knew each other, and one thing led to another.
It is very unorthodox,
Right.
But we have a saying, everything happens for a reason, and it really feels like that because everything fell together like puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
And I would not want it in any other way.
That's so cool.
Okay, so I read that Ryan is the introvert, soft boy of North Star Boy. So let's hear him
Let's
talk.
put him on the spot.
Yeah, yes. Tell us the story. So, do you regret your decision to join North Star Boy, or you are grateful for this?
I will forever be grateful for making the decision to join this group.
Okay. So has being part of these North Star boys helped you with your with you being an introvert? I mean, obviously you cannot be an introvert when you're out there performing with these guys.
I don't know how I do it. I still get away with it, but I think I still get nervous in front of crowds.
You guys help him along with that when he get over his nerves?
He's opened his shell a lot since we first met him.
Oh, nice.
But I think he'll always be the way that he is. So yeah.
And I think
we love him the
everybody
way he
has
is.
to have their own unique style and personality, right?
Of course, yeah.
That's what makes you guys unique. Wow. So let's talk a little bit. What are your hopes for the rest of your Asian tour? Obviously, you still have several countries to visit, and this is going to happen in a short period of time. So what are your hopes and your messages to your fans that are viewing you here in Indonesia and out there in Southeast Asia?
Our message for the fans that accept us to the country, thank you very much. We very much appreciate your culture and learning about it. And hopefully getting the chance to meet you, especially if you've been following us online. We hope to break through the screen and meet you in person. For all the other countries we're going to, India, Hong Kong, and Singapore, watch out, NSB is coming. And we're really excited, so we cannot wait to bring our energy and love to you.
Yes, energy. So, P, I read that they launched their light stick this year, right?
Yes.
So, what other K-pop concept that you will adopt because of your fans are asking for that? Merchandise or anything coming up soon?
Yes, so that's a great question. They're actually glow sticks because we wanted to create a product that was very easily accessible, that we would be able to just allow the fans to kind of hold a piece of them with us when we were not here anymore in Asia, right? And so we're planning on coming out with more products such as, regular merchandise, which would be shirts, coming out with cool little, I can't really release exactly what it is because we want it to be a huge surprise when we do it, but we're working on some really cool products that have some photo concepts and things of that nature that you can actually hold and keep a part of us with you.
There you go.
Oh,
the business side of Thai is coming out now.
exciting.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys, good luck with the rest of the tour. Thank you so much once again for dropping by and taking the time
Thank you.
and sharing your performance with us. And good luck
Thank you.
with everything else as well. We cannot wait for a very productive 2025 coming
Yes.
from NSB.
3 albums
for
in
having us.
2025. NSB.
Thank you.
North Star boys, all the best to them for the remainder of the tour. We will take another short break here on the C Morning Show, but we've got more updates for you when we return. Stay with us here on the C Today News Network. We'll be right back.